Alrighty, here we are. Hello everyone, and welcome to Monday night at last. Well done to my man over there. I should be pointing at him. Yeah, Sass, how are you, Sass?
Oh, I'm a bit flustered, but we're going and running. We've had some teething issues here and there. We weren't expecting this teething issue with the Sim Racing GP platform. But live and learn. This is a beta of a product that has served us very well in the first few races of the season. So I'm excited that we're now able to get going at least.
Definitely. So, good evening everybody. Sorry for the 34 minutes and 30-second delay, but here we are. You are watching SimRace South Africa's official YouTube channel. My name's Alan Patterson. As you can see, my buddy Sas van der Westhuizen's with me tonight, and we are bringing you live coverage of the first round of the 2021.2 Legends series. So this is season 2 for the year, and Legends being the old classic cars. And we have 1 minute 40 seconds of free practice, and we are going to then kick straight into live qualifying for this night's race.
Yes, so I'm quickly going to run through the race format before you get into the hot laps and everything.
Please do.
We're doing 2 races tonight. Each will have its own quali session. There won't be a reverse grid. I don't know. Fortunately, unfortunately, but essentially each race has a 10-minute quali. And the interesting thing about this specific track is that it's a side-by-side 3 grid. So there's less of an impact for getting pole. I'm not sure if pole sits on the inside or the outside of the circuit, but I think it might lessen the impact of pole on this specific circuit.
Plus, I think Nick also said the front row is 3 abreast, so it's 3 cars pretty much next to each other. Just busy watching our legendary leader, that's Jason Holden Jones in the red Mini, as he approaches the tight little chicane.
He's managed to get a screamer of a lap in. He was mentioning to the other admins that he's surprised at the level of competitiveness everybody is at. He had to work hard to get into Div1 tonight.
I think season 2's definitely shown that, all the way from Assetto Corsa Competizione, where I was actually quite surprised at a whole bunch of new names that bumped straight up into Div1. So there's a huge amount of new competition, a whole lot of new names here, and hopefully the guys are enjoying themselves. Yeah, and this series, One Make series, this was always a little bit of a contentious issue with some of the drivers in the previous rounds, where we saw the Porsches and the De Tomaso Panteras dominating. So decision for One Make Formula makes entire sense, and just to make it a classic series, there's nothing more legendary than the Mini Cooper.
Definitely, I'm really excited. People have showed videos of bump drafting being not as deadly in these cars, so I'm quite keen to see what's going to happen. And I also saw that the slip effect, the slipstream effect, is quite powerful. So hopefully that keeps the cars nice and bunched up tonight.
Awesome, sounds good. Right, well, while they're preparing for all of that, I'm going to go straight to the Nick video while the whole system changes over. So this is just to show you an in-car view of a lap around Goodwood by by our resident alien, Nick Hodgson, and we're going to get that done now, and then we'll be back with things like HLQ times, weather, etc., etc. So stand by for the in-car video.
Good evening everybody, and welcome to our first flying lap for the 2021.2 season in the Sim Race SA Legends series. We are of course in the wonderful little Mini Cooper S's, and we are at Goodwood for the first track of the season. Now this corner might be the chicane might be the last corner of the lap, but it's the consider it the first corner of your actual flying lap, because it's so critical to get an incredibly quick start onto this lap. It can cost you easily 2/10 if you're not careful. Through Madgwick, just feathering the throttle. See how we're not braking, but we're trying to keep the car tight through here, but also carry as much speed as we possibly can, running it very slightly out to the outside. Now, a lot of this is about making the track as short as possible. So you see how I cut in very, very tightly through Ford Water, and then I'm kind of in the middle of the track looking to make the car aim at that turn right board, and as I do, again off the throttle just a little bit to get us turned in, still keep it in 4th gear for St Mary's and carry the speed through St Mary's. You're a bit slower in, but you carry an awful lot more speed on the way out. Down to 3rd gear at the 50 and turn through Levant and get on the power as early as you possibly can, carrying that speed once again. Make sure you get your gear changes absolutely spot on, otherwise it will cost you heavily. Down the Levant straight, and this is where we just sort of sit and wait and decide what we're going to do for the last couple of corners. Okay, so we're going to look for the 50 board, start to brake gently into 3rd, cut that.
Right, back with you. We had to jump through that, but hopefully you got a good idea of what an in-car look around Goodwood looks like in the Mini, as we just see Brett Crocombe turn one of the Grumpy Monkey Minis around and collide with somebody, and they go back to pits. But the field is out, everybody is out. They have started what looks like a 10-minute quali session.
Yes, 10 minutes quali, and then we'll have a quick 30-minute race. I'm just realizing I never loaded up the skins, so I might quickly try and get that
No,
sorted.
you do that. You catch up after recovering the server. You did great already. So I will quickly fly through our usuals. We are in England, as you might or might not know. It's 11 in the morning, balmy 21 degrees, as you can see, mildly cloudy, road temp of 19 degrees, and ambient temp of 21. So temperature looks good. And the track map, as we've already said, we're at Goodwood. Start finish line here on the right hand side. It's a clockwise track around Madgwick and then down to Ford Water, St Mary's, Levant corner, the Levant straight, the back straight, Woodcote, and then the legendary chicane. So as you know, the track built on old airfields. It's been around since forever, and it's a great circuit for the minis. Looking at HLQ times, let's have a look at what happened this week. This was the top 22 drivers, so this is essentially Division 1 that we're seeing that's on the track at the moment, and these are the times that they achieved in HLQ. And I think more so it's now been a matter of trying to get into Div 1. So 132 to 134, it's essentially 2 seconds complete coverage of 22 cars. So the one mag formula has definitely closed up the field, and this should provide some excellent racing happening on the track.
Right, I'm back in. I am seeing some glorious liveries going about the circuit.
Yep. Here we go. We're on board with Nick Hodson, who I think will be first over the line here to put a time up. And he does. It's a 132.8. So now we'll start seeing the times come in for quali. Nick being the first of the quick Grumpy Monkey tone hill cars that are out there. There are a few of them. Second at the moment we have Wimpy de Beer, and Wimpy de Beer flying the flag high for the brewery team. What are they called again?
OC Breweries.
OC Breweries, I beg your pardon. I need to get that image up so I've got reference for that. And there are a couple of them here as well, so just bear with me. I don't have a picture to share on the screen. It's more a reference for us to work with.
Yes.
But Wimpy doing exceptionally well, and he's right up there. Right.
I really like how they've made the livery theme fit with their with their name there, Gunslinger, with bullet holes all over it.
Yeah.
It's looking great.
Yeah, that's on the OC Breweries cars. That's it. So that team who is, as we see, by the way, Ross Bartle just go quicker with a 132.5. So him, Philip Minnar, Krokkamp, Nick Hodgson all the way down to fourth, 32.5 to 32.8. So 3/10 separates 4 cars already.
They're still a ways off of the top HLQ times. People were harking on Brett for putting in some amazing laps. He's now become the resident alien. So I'm holding my breath to wait and see if something great might happen. I'm curious as to why the teams aren't necessarily working together, trying to get a tow from one another. If the slipstream is that powerful, I would have definitely gone that route.
I've put the HLQ Legends times back up on the screen just to compare with the current lap times. So we had Brett Krokkamp at the sharp end of the stick with a 132.1 and Ross Bartle at a 132.5. So they're at least 4/10 off HLQ times at the moment. But you make a good point. Why are the teams not working together? Well, we'll find out. We'll see how it goes.
It might just be their competitive nature as well.
Defers. Could be. Rian Oberholzer. He is out there for Team LLC Racing. Red minis with a dual racing stripe on the side. And Rian Oberholzer currently in 11th place, 134.5. Tires, well, everybody's on the supplied one branded Dunlop tire. I'm sure it's a radial based on the age, and it also helps to keep the cars competitive. Sus, share a bit of insight into the setups and so on. What is allowed, what isn't, what's going on?
As far as I know, setups are relatively open, or they're completely open on these minis. Okay. So there's been talks about people tweaking and working through it. I do remember people saying that the brakes are very, very strange. You have extremely forward brake bias. I think the rear wheels are basically just cardboard. So to slow down they have to really focus on where the weight of the car is, and it's definitely not in the rear of the car under braking.
Okay. Right, Minnar's gone to the top. So Ross Bartle has been bumped down to 4th with his 132.5. Philip Minnar getting closer to his HLQ times, a 32.2, and he was in the ones.
Yeah, he was a 32.15 according to my records here.
Yeah. Right, so with all of that in hand and just under 3 minutes to go, I'm going to say a very warm welcome and good evening to everybody on the YouTube channel. Thank you for being patient and hanging around for us. Carl Steeg is there, Brandon, Jordan Brink, Gwen Oates, Seth Oates, Ivan Karamaker's there shouting for OC Breweries, Valeria Antonucci, how's it, man? Walker's driving. Annika Simon shouting for Christy, Gwen Oates shouting for Warren, Andre Hildebrandt's there, Sus, you there, I see, well done, good man. Raid, Daniel Haynes, how's it, buddy? Yeah, a whole lot of people. I'd also like to welcome, if any members are here now, from the Cape Town Mini Club and also the Mini Club of South Africa. I went and posted links on the Facebook pages. So I thought, being mini clubs, you guys would be interested in seeing this, and hopefully, possibly, some of you might be interested in joining. Nick Hodgson currently in 3rd place on screen for Point Blank, and Nick is a mini owner himself and is a member on one of the groups. I think it's the mini group of South Africa. Right, so we're now just sub 1 minute, 45 seconds of first round quali to go.
It's almost go time. I'm seeing Warren Oates. He just does a 1:35.3. He's probably on his last lap now. There's still lots of drivers out there trying to improve, trying to see what they can do.
Indeed. Currently on 7th place, Marco Grassa, the Team Gunston Mini. Nobody can miss that livery. For a lot of the older folk that are on board, some of you may or may not remember racing for RC Fanatics. It's Shiraz Dada. Where is he on my timing screen? No, he's not in Div1, is he?
No. He. Let me quickly see.
No, I can't see him here.
I actually don't see him on the list.
No.
It's okay. It's been a bit crazy his side with recent events, so I'm not sure if he's maybe taking a bit of a breather, trying to relax.
Yeah, with all the problems and that, correct. Forgot about that. Anyway, he was running, or is running, a Martin's Marvelous Mini livery from the old Tiger and Scorcher comic strips. My partner there, my partner in crime, Chris, asking where's my mini. No, I'm in the white Audi. There you can see it in the pits, and Sass is in the medical Audi. There you can see it further back in the pits.
Although my steering wheel is, I think it's stolen, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do in case of a medical emergency. I might have to quickly pull out a shifting spanner or something to try and get a grip.
Nick, over the line. Sorry, I've got to interrupt you. Right on the dying moments, Nick goes to the top.
And he goes faster than Brett's HLQ time
He did.
by 1,000th of a second.
Wow. Oh, James Leach spinning the Gunslinger, one of OC Brewery's minis, and that's his session over and done with. And there we go. I think that's it. So we're going to prepare for quali. I'm going to go to a fast ad break here, so if you bear with me, we'll be back with you shortly. Right, we're back. We're live. We're just waiting for the mechanisms, the back end to tick over.
And there it is.
We should then be switching straight to the grid. Get that out the way. There we go. Cars on the grid. Get my camera sorted out because I certainly don't want to watch me.
Well, it's an interesting grid. It's varying between 3-2, 3-2 all the way to the back.
Yeah.
So it's going to make for a really, really interesting start.
Right, 25 seconds to go. Here we go. Awesome looking field of cars, as you can see. The point blank Grumpy Monkey cars, there's 4 of them in that one picture alone, so strong team outing. There's the Gunslinger OC Breweries, there's 2 of them. We've got Light Sus.
Come on, all red. Lights out and away they go. It looks like they're not getting too bogged down, but it's a massive field pulling away there.
Come on, camera.
They're staying 3 abreast going into turn 1. Okay, now.
Ooh, there's
Nick
contact
just
already.
Closing the gap a bit too much there, and sorry, not Nick, Brett closing the gap a bit too much, and Nick running into him. But they keep it going. Ooh, in the background there's a bit of a...
Oh dear. There's a whole bunch of cars all over the place further back. We're going to hang on here for the mo. Ross Bartle and James Leach. tight dice for second. James going around the outside. Ross being more careful than anything. He falls in line behind. Oh, and there we go. James runs
Leach
very wide.
running wide.
They're all running wide back there. Oops. Right. Settle down, chaps. There are arrows just going up and down, all up and down the field. So we'll wait for everyone to settle down. Just going back to James now. He's fallen back in line. He's 7th or 8th. Marco Grassa up to 5th place in the Gunston Mini, and he's all over the back of Brett Crocombe. And further up ahead, I beg your pardon, Ross Bartle. It's Rainier Leach with Ross Bartle. 2 abreast as they come round.
They're keeping it nice and tidy, although into this chicane it gets very, very tight.
Oh, Rainier, well done. Ross had to lift Rainier through it in, and he manages to hold on to second. So there's a first lap. Nick Hodson's got a break, and we've got Rainier Leach second, Ross Bartle third, Brett Crocombe 4th, Marco Grassa 5th for Gunston, and then the rest of the field.
Trying to quickly find what's his name? Well, Brett Crocombe, who started in second. He is in 4th currently, so he's trying to make his drive back.
Philip Minnar currently in 7th. Him and Waldo Swiggers side by side here as they go through Ford Waters. And Philip Minnar definitely went backwards from the start, being on the front row of the grid.
Yeah.
Oh, Marco Grassa's lost it in the Gunston Mini.
These minis can go a lot more sideways than I expected.
Yo, Waldo Swiggers just hits the back of Philip Minnar and gives him a, come on buddy, go quicker. They're all over the place. Philip Minnar goes ahead again. We're just staying with these guys at the moment. This dice is now for 6 or 7 cars. We have Philip Minnar, Wimpy de Beer, Peter Geldenhuis is there, James Leach is there, and Warren Oates.
So many minis.
So many minis. Oh, up ahead, Rainier Leach.
Ross Bartle and Leach swapping places there.
Ross now cuts around the front. Very good. So Ross up into 2nd place. Rainier falls into 3rd, and Brett Crocombe for Grumpy Monkey into 4th place, and all over the back.
Leach closing that gap quickly, it seems.
This is great fun to see people now giving our usual aliens a good run for the money, because everyone's in the same car. But look at Nick Hodgson. He's checking out. 3.2 seconds up the road, but here comes Rainier. Oh,
on the outside.
He's on the grass. Oh,
that was very, very close.
Oh, well done, Rainier. He manages to hold on to that, but he's lost a good couple of positions. Wow.
Dirk Brunt up into 4th, closely followed by Philip Minnar.
Dirk Brunt, he's an ex-Air Force man and doesn't have much money, as you can see. So he hasn't put any livery in his car. This is just a rusty old 60s Mini, as you can see.
I hope he had all of his tetanus shots.
Oh, Philip Minnar up into 5th and closing in on Dirk. But looking up ahead, Brett Crocombe and Ross Bartle. Look at these two. We've now got point blank Grumpy Monkey cars 1, 2, and 3, and there's no team orders here. Brett Crocombe just flies past Ross Bartle. Oh, loving this. I hope you guys are enjoying the action.
So close.
It's awesome. Wow. Great car control by the guys. Let's go and look further back what's going on. Here's Warren Oates in 9th place. Just behind him, Rainier Leach has got a train of cars that he's now got to defend against. That includes Robert Walker, Christy Simon, and Waldo Swiggers. And they're all over the straight. I can't even tell you who's ahead, who isn't. Jason Holden Jones, our fearless leader, he is down in 15th place. Here he is in the also classic red Mini with the white GT stripes. I know for a fact that if you painted a Mini with those 2 stripes, it went 10 kilometers an hour faster.
That's the only way. It's the only way to make a car go faster.
Love it.
I mean, what's the point of adding better suspension elements and and a more powerful engine if it's not going to look nice while doing so.
Brent Lindsay-Ray in 18th place. There he is for Team Odin Racing, and he's throwing that around. Bjorn Buchner, it's the other Gunston Mini. He's hanging on to the back just ahead of him, Francois Erasmus, and he's having a good dice with Gerard Niemand. So just trying to pick out some close dices all the way up and down the field here. Back to the front of the grid though, Nick coming through the chicane, and Nick hammering in the laps here, perfectly on line. Lap times 132.7 in race trim, so good laps, nice and consistent. Brett second, Ross Bartle third, Vimpy, what is going on? Philip Minnow in fourth, I beg your pardon, my timing screen was just going, there we go.
I don't even know what anybody said about tires. I'm very curious how these tires are going to last. Like, it's just a 20-minute race, but does that element come into play? If you push too hard, is it going to cost you at the end of the race?
Yep. We're on board with James Leach, and he's going up the inside of his teammate, Wimpy de Beer. Oh, and his teammate just drove off the track. Wimpy just went exit stage right, and he's unfortunately losing a whole bunch of positions there.
Also, one thing, he's working that suspension hard.
Yeah. Peter Geldenhuis, our new commentator, he is now also up into a decent sixth position. So well done, Peter.
I'm hoping I'm not offending, but it feels like there should be a ton of clowns piling out of that colorful car.
Look, it's you can see it. That's what the idea was behind it. Sim Race Africa crew making their cars stand out amongst the rest. So it's all good.
I mean, as long as it's going fast and it's visible, then I'm not complaining.
Exactly.
I'm just saying it's looking like there's a bit of a comedic effect. I'm waiting for it to pull up at the finish line, and then just piles and piles of clowns to pour out.
Warren Oates here in 9th place, putting out a strong showing already.
Ooh, he's been having a great race there.
Yes.
He was much further down the field at the start, so this is going very well for him. Although Christy Simon is catching up, and he's taking the inside line.
We're in car with Christy. They're next to each other. You can see Warren Oates just on the left-hand side of the screen.
Great wheel-to-wheel racing
and here
there.
Comes Marco Grasser.
Marco Grasser. And they're three abreast.
Marco Grasser hijacks all of them. He pickpocketed them from 2 cars back. Marco Grasser goes up into 9th place. Wow, that was some awesome dicing. In the background, Waldo Swiggers and Jason Holden-Jones also having a good session. Right, let's look at these deltas. Ross Bartle, what is happening here? Ross, within a second now of Brett Crocombe, or dropping back to a second. So Brett doing exceptionally well in the little mini. Renier Leach, he is also now almost a second off the back of Dirk Brunt. Dirk Brunt's rusted mini. I know for a fact some of the body panels have a lot of duct tape on to keep them on the car. I think Ryan was... Dirk, he had a huge tank slap in that rusted car.
No!
He's just lost that position to
fall back
Renier.
into the toe, though.
Sage Hardiman on the YouTube channel shouting for Brett and Warren. Warren Oates is hanging in here in 21st in his red two-tone mini.
Ooh, 10th for 10th position, Marco Grasser and Waldo Swiggers.
Got him.
Close behind one another there.
Marco, he's closing in on Simon there.
It's looking to me like there's elements of oval racing involved here. Taking slightly different lines through these sweeping corners can really gain you a lot of exit speed.
Just up ahead, we saw a mini sideways. Oh, it's Dirk Brandt again.
Oh no!
Dirk Brandt having a bad time of it in his little car. He's just dropped 3-4 places there.
Maybe some of the rusted bolts are coming loose.
Yeah, I think the body's loose on the chassis, I must say. There's some problem somewhere there. Jackie Joker's asking, how are these tyres lasting? We actually have no input on this, unfortunately. All we know is that they're on Dunlops. Everyone has to use the same tyre.
They're getting out of shape again.
Marco took a different line through that chicane. Where's Dirk? Jason Holden-Jones even's gone past Dirk.
Yeah, I think Dirk let him pass because he ended up cutting the chicane.
And here comes Wimpy. Wimpy going around the outside, but Dirk is hanging on. He's put his foot back to the floorboards and runs a very in-to-out line there, but holds on to it.
I'm seeing some aggressive steering from the cars going around some of these corners.
It's true.
Really looking forward to the interview later tonight, because I really want to know how are the tires on these little cars.
Definitely. Here's Marco. We're on board with Marco Grasser, and he's pushing hard to catch on to the back of Simon. You were saying earlier that there is a huge advantage in the draft here.
I'm a little surprised. Oh, they're just dropping off again there.
Yeah. Marco Grasser's in the draft here. He's 2/10 off the back of Simon. And here we go. We got a little bit of rubber banding going on. But Marco's catching him on the long back straight. They're coming up to going down Levant Straight. We've got one more right-hander, and then we've got the chicane to deal with.
It's a bit of a tight right-hander.
Oh, through Woodcote. Marco's done it. Drops a gear, tight around the curbing, and that's a great corner from Marco Grasser. And through he comes the chicane. He's taken that position up into 8th place. So Marco Grasser for Team Gunston driving an exceptional race here. His teammate Bjorn Buchner not having a good one, down in 20th at the moment. Right, just under 7 minutes to go. Nick Hodgson all on his own, 8 laps out in the lead and ahead of Brett Crocombe by 4 seconds, who is in 2nd place, also point blank, and Ross Bartle in 3rd place, still 1 second back and hanging on to that gap. Then we see Philip Minnar, who is slowly recovering and is back to 4th place. I'm right, hey? Philip was on the front row of the grid.
Lovingly named mini called Gerald.
Gerald, that's it. Philip Minnar, part of the Flying Gypsies team. He was in the middle of the front row. That's correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Then we have James Leach, senior and head for OC Breweries, and his brother Renier Leach in 6th place. And just behind Renier Leach, we've got Peter Geldenhuys for Sim Race Africa crew, and Peter Geldenhuys is definitely closing the gap on Renier.
Those angry red lights. I don't know if it's showing up your side. I would be terrified to see red lights like that coming up to me.
The good old masking tape trick to stop the glass from falling out onto the track. Peter comes through there. He sounded like he was in the wrong gear. Looking just further back, Christo Simon, him and Waldo Swiggers, they're all over the place. Marco's dropping them. So Marco up the road in 8th, but Simon and Swiggers now close to each other. Oh, Waldo gets a little bit of a tank slapper. We're going in cockpit with him. I beg your pardon. There we go. And he's trying to hold on to the back of Christy Simon now. The gap just on half a second, 7/10. Oh, Rob Walker's gone into the pits.
Did he underfuel maybe?
Did he underfuel, or is this an emergency tire change? What? There's no what you have to and what you don't have to. Say, Sus?
No, there's no pit stop requirements tonight.
Okay.
I suspect Rob is just running out of fuel. That's purely what's happening here.
Right. So just sub 5 minutes left. The guys have done 9 laps on. Simon's run really wide there. Waldo Swigger's got a good drive here. Waldo's all over the back of it. Here comes the overtake. Waldo's trying to work out left to right. He goes right. They're next to each other. Down the Levant Straight, which is the long back straight, heading up to Woodcote. And Waldo is up the inside and is going to try and hang on to this as they take their racing line, and does. Good overtake there by Waldo. So Simon's gone back one. They both carry a good speed through Woodcote, and they head towards the chicane. Ryan on the YouTube also commenting possibly out of fuel for Rob Walker, but he is back out and going, so it wasn't a long stop. Francois Erasmus down in 17th place. Also part of Team Flying Gypsies. Rian Wubberholzer, he is closing in here. Oh, Rian Wubberholzer, look at this. He's just gone past Wimpy de Beer.
Throw it up on the inside
He
there.
did. So he's made a good overtake there for Team LLC. Almost looking like he's trying to get the car to drift, but it is a Mini and it doesn't work that well. But he's certainly throwing it into the corners. And up ahead, Bartle and Crowcombe position change.
Ooh, Brett must have had a bit of a moment because he was dropping Bartle at some stage.
I've just switched back to them now. They go through the...
Bartle runs slightly wide, and I think that's lost him some speed. So
Here
Brett
comes
is
Brett.
going to sit there.
No, he's going past there. He's
I
up
mean,
the
he sits
inside.
on his tail to get the slipstream.
All good.
Oh, Bartle
Ross,
just slips
what
a
a
wheel
catch.
there onto
Oh.
the grass, but he keeps it going.
Wow. That's going to hurt his chances, but he had it for a moment. But as you say, he put a wheel on the grass, and we just saw a little bit of it sideways. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth,
10th. Jason Holden Jones, Christy Simon, and Rian Oberholzer.
Jason up
Also-
the inside.
Also closely followed by Wimpy de Beer, so there might still be some action here on this last lap. Ooh, up in front, was that Waldo? Yes, that's
Yes.
Waldo that went wide.
I heard him revving. Here comes Jason. Jason sending it. They're almost four abreast.
Oh, Waldo losing 3 positions there. That is unfortunate.
Oh, Rian Oberholzer hanging on. Krista Simon. Oh, there's contact in the back. Krista Simon and Waldo door banging, and here comes Wimpy de Beer to join that party. Right, through Levant and onto the long back straight, and look at Rian Oberholzer get a drive on Jason Holden Jones.
Maybe Jason is playing the long game here, trying to get the wider line.
Rian's up the inside. Rian's going to have this for Woodcote as they come down to the end of the long back straight, and behind them they are 3 abreast. Simon, De Beer and Waldo.
Jason getting the cutback,
He is.
almost done there, but they're going... Oh no, Jason just backs out of it into the chicane, and Pieter Geldenhuys is spun, so that's
I can
bumping
hear a
up.
car.
Losing 5 positions in one corner
Oh,
there.
is that Pieter Geldenhuys?
And I'm quickly looking. I think we're on the last lap now.
We are. It is Pieter Geldenhuys. So he did a spin or a turnaround. He must have been... Where is he on the timing screen? He's down in 13th now.
Down in 13th, so he dropped from 8th to 13th position.
Waldo Swiggers,
Jason
Wimpy de
side
Beer.
by...
Oh, I can't watch them. Everybody's next to each other.
If this isn't close racing, nothing is.
No, this is awesome. Jason and Rian next to each other. Jason sending it up the inside for once. Rian has to lift. Oh, and look now, here comes Christy Simon. Oh, and Christy sends it up the inside. Rian runs very
Beautifully.
wide, and all 3 of them go up the inside. So Rian goes back all the way back, and Christy Simon jumps up into 9th place. Sorry, guys, we're not even bothering about the leaders. This is where the dice is right now.
Okay, so I'm just reading out. Nick finishes in 1st, Brett in 2nd, Ross crosses for 3rd, Philip for 4th.
Okay, there we go. I'm going back to that race. Jason Holden-Jones in 8th, trying to hang on. He's running defensive. Christie's looking. He doesn't know which way to go. Jason's turning in late. He's making a late apex and gets a perfect line through Woodcote. Heads into the chicane. And that looks like that's it. Oh, great race.
What a race.
What a race. Jason over the line. Christie just ahead. That's almost a photo finish, but he's just ahead of Waldo Swiggers, I think. Oh, great stuff. Good racing.
Great stuff. So,
Sure. Right.
still some drivers finishing.
Yep. But they're also writing. Oh, at the chicane, there's two.
At the chicane,
Who was
that
it?
was a
It's Warren
Booker
Oates.
and Warren Oates.
Warren hooks a gear, does a turn. I could see them in the background, and here they come. So Warren Oates gets going, but this Mini's coming past him.
That is Sean Bingham, but he's been lapped. And
Okay.
the last one to cross the line, Gerard Niemand. Alan, let's go to a quick ad break so that we can get onto the next server.
Will do. We'll be back with you shortly. Stand by. We will be back with you shortly. We're waiting for server number 2 to get into the stratosphere, spin up and go live, and I will hook us up and go live as soon as it's live. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Right, we're back with you. We are into a 6-minute practice session before we
Quali for race
Alright,
2.
cool.
So it's a second chance at redemption, and
Yep.
also keeping in mind that we're doing division promotions and demotions.
Yes.
The bottom 3, I believe, I'm speaking under correction here. We use the last race of the night, and that will determine who gets demoted to Div 2 for the next round.
Right. So as this is now the end of an era, end of HLQs as we know them on SimRace SA. Going forward, as you say, it's going to be, if there's 2 races, it's the last race of the evening. top three of Div 2 will then go into Div 1 for the following round, and bottom three of Div 1 will be relegated to Div 2 for the next round.
It is still subject to post-race incident
That's
investigations.
correct. Okay.
But it's a good indication. You don't necessarily want to be in the bottom three when finishing.
Got you? All good?
I quickly saw Dirk just trying to throw that mini sideways as much as he can.
Right, we're on board with Dirk. Sus, I'm going to just go quiet for 30 seconds and get a cold drink, please. My throat's getting a bit hoarse. Can you keep up some commentary here, please?
I'll talk some nonsense for a moment.
Good man.
Quickly trying to see if I can track down the results for the last race. But Nick doing extremely well there, getting the start there. I think it was Brett that tried to close the gap and misjudged how close Nick was to him. But once Nick got the gap, he just got his head down and kept it going. But then Brett and Bartle also had quite the nice scrap there. They were working hard at trying to take one another for second position there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can pull out of the bag now. They've kind of, everybody has shown their hand in what they're capable of. So it's going to be interesting seeing what people can do.
Yo, Dirk Brandt going all over the grass there. That little number 58 rust bucket of his. And look, he's doing it on purpose. I just caught him do a little Scandinavian flick, and he's pretty much in the middle of Goodwood in the guests' tent. In fact, he's going to his private helicopter by the looks of it. He's stopping at his helicopter. Now, what is this about? Oh, Dirk. Right, let's see what else is going on. Rainier Leach, the gunslinger. You gotta love the... oh, somebody just went straight there. Oh, someone's in the barriers just behind him. Oh, and Rainier just hit the barriers through the chicane. I love the World War II liveries on these cars. The looks like a Mustang, a P-51 Mustang, with the military insignias and the bullet holes.
I've seen that the Odin Team Odin Racing. They also went for I don't think necessarily a World War II look, but the aircraft with lots of rivets.
Where is he on this thing? There he is. Oh, he
Would
hasn't
be
joined
Rob
yet.
Walker, Brent Lindsay Ray.
He's not here. Rob Walker is in fact here. He's in the pits at the moment. I'm just trying to find a picture of the car. There you go. There's a picture of Rob Walker's pop riveted aircraft panel Odin Racing Mini Cooper S in the pits. Looks stunning.
Ooh. Okay, so a minute and 30 seconds of this practice session left, then we'll take over into another quali session. And this one, as I just saw Rob Walker say on Discord, this one is for all the beans.
This is it. You got any spare coins? This is for that. This is the race that'll count. I'm watching Warren Oates coming down the... oh my word, as they go through Woodcote, and he's lost it, and he's ploughed into the grass bank, and he's turned a mini into an even smaller mini.
I just spotted something on the rear of the Flying Gypsies car.
Okay.
They wrote something along the lines of bump draft, no punterino.
No punterino, Jimbo. Who's on the Flying Gypsies car?
Yeah, that is the Flying Gypsy. So Philip Minard and I think Corneille Briet.
Corneille's in the pits. I'm going to go and select his car quickly. Car camera. There we go. I can't seem to see that. That's Gerald, by the way.
Yes, Gerald. So just above the
number plate.
Yeah, there's bump draft, not punt. Bump draft, not punt craft.
Awesome. Okay, got it. Sean Bingham currently out on track and hauling. Is Sean Bingham supposed to be in a point blank car? Yes, he is. My mistake. Sean Bingham is part of point blank, Grumpy Monkey.
Yes. He was. He was in the Grumpy Monkey car as well in the point blank car in the previous race. Oh, so point blank doing extremely well then if they get all 4 of their drivers.
Exactly. There are 4 of them. Right, we're into overtime. We're just waiting for these guys to finish. Jason Holden Jones is out there. Jason Holden Jones racing as SimRace SA. He is our fearless leader. He has been for the best part of 12 years, I might add. This league has been around for a very long time. And thanks to some great support with Ryan, yourself, Nick, some commentary, Daniel Haynes, and a lot of enthusiastic drivers, it's grown hand over fist from where it started back in 2012 to where we are today.
Speaking of,
Yes.
we our charity of choice,
Yes.
Abba, we've raised 26,583 rand. That was
No,
confirmed
let me
when.
update you. 26,733 rand.
Okay, so it's slowly inching up still. We're hoping that we can still see some more people come and join us. So if you're keen on racing with us, you can head on over to simracesa.co.za.
Yep, there it
Find
is on the screen.
It's on the screen. So find the sign up form there, submit it. We ask for a minimum donation of 150 rand, and then you can come and enjoy this amazing racing. I've been here now for 2 full seasons. This is my 3rd full. I'm aiming for a full season here, and my life has changed. In all honesty, it's been amazing.
No, it has been. It was my first joining league, the end of 2019, and it's just huge fun, I must say. Right, there we go. They pile out of the pits. Everyone's in a huge rush. Got to get out first, got to get out. We've got 10 minutes of quali, as you can see, and we've got a Grumpy Monkey up in the lead with an OC Brewery's car. Let's go
That's
and see
Nick
who it is.
Hodgson and James Leach.
Is it James? It is James.
Ooh, in the background,
I
is
see
Gerald
that.
getting abused very much.
He's in the barriers. He's going to have to stop and go back to pits, but the enthusiasm for the guys to get out and put in a lap is awesome to see. On the YouTube channel, Sean Hard's asking about Wednesday night stream.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We'll keep you updated.
Okay.
Updated.
There we go. So we do. Oh, I see a Grumpy Monkey car going wide there. We currently have 2 or 3 new commentators, as you will have heard, that have been going through self-training and training by myself and Sus. And these guys are coming up to speed and getting more confident with the whole system and process. And what we're ideally hoping for is 1 or 2 of them will also pick up on streaming. The one is currently driving tonight, that being Peter Gelderhuis. And then the other commentator, he's not here this evening, but who knows? We'll see what happens on Wednesday. Oh, that red mini's all over the place. Who was that?
That was probably Jason Holden Jones.
Was
No.
it?
Otherwise,
It was Jason. Oh, and in the background, somebody's just hammered a brick wall just coming through the chicane, but he manages to hold on to it.
yeah. So I'll say this. If Peter is keen, I'll try and clear out my diary to help out. We still need to do some trial runs and stuff. I also have a nice bit of hardware that I would like to test out on a stream. So I'll let everybody know once I've been able to make
Yes.
up my mind.
Uncle Dan has been cleaning out his second-hand equipment drawer, and Sass just went, "I'll take it," and so he has a new what is it?
It's a Stream Deck.
A Stream Deck.
He's getting the one with more buttons.
So there we go. So yeah, And Ryan saying more commentators. Well, yeah. I mean, we've the commentators list is in fact growing. There are a few, but we do need one or two. I think with
we
Peter
do need
coming
one or
on
two
stream, we
people
need
from
streaming.
the Div1 races able to come and stream the Div2 races.
That's it.
It's no help if we have people willing to stream, but they're not necessarily available.
Exactly. Right, so here we go. We're 7 minutes left of this quali. Why do I not see time?
It's the out lap, and this is the next lap. So
Okay.
it should be around 7 minutes that we see the first laps coming in. So whoever is up in front, James Leach,
Here we
is
go.
going to be crossing the line for his first time.
Yep,
Right.
there we go.
Nick still slower. Philip jumping into pole there, or provisional pole.
Oh, Walker on the YouTube saying I ran out of fuel, as our SA minister says. Fuel. He ran out of fuel.
Hopefully this time he'll learn his lesson. I suspect what happened was he looked at his usage during quali, which would have been with a lighter fuel load, and then not adjusted. I don't think does fuel affect these cars that much. Can you maybe just put in an extra 2 or 3 liters to be sure?
Oh, in the background, another car going. Oh, and that is. Phew. I don't know who that was, but we saw a watch on the live stream. You'll see it, Sus, in the distance at this camera change happening now. Just watch in the background. Watch.
That was a massive tank slapper.
There was somebody in front of Jason Holden Jones, but right. So we have Brett Crocump 132.3, Philip Minnar 132.7, James Leach 132.8, and Rian Oberholzer now up there at a 133.3. Oh, and they all go wide here. Oh, and they hammered. Oh, James Leach. Oh dear, he's got hit so hard the wheels flew off the bottom of his car. Wow, Jason Holden Jones just hit him. Seriously. Watch on the live stream.
Oh, okay, but
Watch.
That is an unfortunate place to spin, though.
Yesterday.
Hopefully Jason can get out and go do another lap. Although he did a 133.6, which is still a very, very respectable time.
Yeah. Rian Oberholzer up into 4th place, a 133.3. And Jason's on the inside as they all go past. Rian hanging on to this little mini.
Everybody's seemingly trying to get a tow from one another. They're being a bit reserved on their outlap, trying to just stay behind someone and gain an advantage from it.
This little mini is flat out down the through this back twisty section. We're on board with Rian, and that lift oversteer is scary as he goes through St. Mary's, but he catches it. You can hear the revs come down quite substantially.
Maybe he's just steering the car with the throttle there, Alan.
Oh, yeah, totally, man. Totally.
You need to think outside of the box here.
He's using my steering wheel, by the way. I can see it. Right, here we go down the long Levant straight. This is the so-called back straight. And you can hear the whine of that little gearbox. 90, 100, that's 110, 115 miles an hour I can see on the dashboard. So, oh, he put a wheel out and just flew to pits. Here comes Ross Bartle. Perfect little line as he goes through St. Mary's. A little bit of a lift there. Just enough curb. Perfect line. Ross Bartle, we're trying to find somebody up on their Delta. He is just down. Corne Breett. Here's Corne Breett in 17th. He's going to go up. Comes through the final chicane, and he's a 10th, 1.5 tenths up, and he in fact goes up to 13th place.
While you were watching Corne, I quickly saw Dirk managing to bump himself into 5th.
Yes.
Nick Hodgson, he is 7 tenths up on his Delta, but his best is a 134 dead. So he's not had a very good first lap. I think he's been trying to get a clean lap in. Just that delta is exploding.
Yeah, he's on it now. He's 1.1, 1.5 seconds up. So this is, well, he is currently in 17th. Here he comes now in towards the chicane. He's got to just basically handle this, and he handles it at speed.
Oh,
great
how
line.
close was he to that barrier?
There's an awesome, there we go, 17th to first.
Oh.
Yesterday. Way to go, Nick. He was right on that barrier coming through that chicane. Okay, we're down to just under 2 minutes to go. Donny the Bomb on YouTube shouting for Rian Uberholzer. So, Rian hanging in here in 9th at the moment. And definitely driving this little Cooper S. So, it's a... Oh, he runs too wide there again. And he's throwing it off. That was the second last corner. So, he's trashed that lap. Here's Jason Holden-Jones, and he's up on his delta. So Jason's going to improve from 10th place. Coming through Ford Water. Jason only about halfway around the whole lap. Still got St. Mary's and then Levant and the long Levant back straight. But Jason's up 1 and 1.2 tenths.
Can he keep it together? Still a lot of this lap left for him.
There is. We'll come back to him. Who else is up? Marco Grasser's not up. Waldo Swiggers is up. Not by much.
Warren Oates is up by 15 hundredths.
Yeah, here he comes.
Oh, and he's just losing it through that corner. Marco Grasser is going to cross the line for a 2/10 delta, which does not bump him, so he's improved, but he's just not enough to get past Jason there.
Jason Holden-Jones now coming through Woodcote, and he's also lost a lot of his advantage. But he picks it up again. Just the chicane to negotiate, he does. But he's fractions, 1/10. Here we go. He'll go from 11th up to 9th place. And he's just started one lap, and that's overtime. So that's it. Whoever's on a lap now, this is their last chance. And Nick is 1.2 tenths up. So Nick is definitely going to improve. He's going through Levant now and onto the long Levant back straight.
I see Jackie Joker asking, the crowd facing the camera is a bit awkward, is it not? Yes, I'll quickly let you in on a secret in the game development world. Usually, if something is not going to be that noticeable, you draw it as a flat image. I know that most of the crowd, actually I'm looking at this and most of the crowd is being drawn as flat images facing the camera.
Yeah.
So from a driver's perspective, you don't really notice it.
No, not that much.
But it becomes a bit more obvious when you then stream it like this. And it's the minor things. I'm here to watch the race, not the crowd.
Ross Bartle goes quicker than Nick. Right in the dying moments.
In the dying moments. So that it's been 3 of the point blank cars up at the front for most of quali. So they're going to have to play very nice with one another at the start there.
Philip Minar's going to improve from 4th.
No, James Leach
he
also
stays in
improves.
4th. James Leach goes up to 5th. That's it. I think it's everyone except for Simon. Simon's very far back at the moment. Oh, he's run out of time. Right, we're done. There we go. Bartle, Hodgson, Crowcump. It's point blank. Grumpy Monkey, front row, lockout.
And it's an even better front row lockout because this is 3 cars abreast.
Exactly. I mean, it's all 3 of them. Bartle, Hodgson, Crowcump.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And Sean is not that far behind. He's up in 7th, so Point Blank is working hard at getting those points. I'm sure Mr. Matthew Boy is a proud team principal there.
100%. We're going to go for a fast ad break. Stand by. Right, cars on the grid. Change this camera if we can.
Okay, so Ross Bartle on pole. He's got the inside line there, but Nick's sitting in the middle with Brett Grocomp on his outside. The lights are starting to come on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red lights.
Here we go.
Holding. They drop the clutch and away they go. Nick getting a really, really good start there. He's just pulling out ahead. But so did Brett. They seem to be able to pull ahead of Ross Bartle there going into turn 1. Oh, Brett having to run wide. He's just not got the line.
Oh, further back, some cars out already. Right at the back, but not too heavy.
Everybody is still going though, so that's a good sign.
Just behind them, James Leach, Philip Minnaar and Marco Grassa. So that's the top 6. Oh, I tell you what, James Leach got a great drive and he's already gone past Brett Grocomp. So James Leach sends
Philip is also looking very racy
right.
there.
I've got him. Yeah, they come now down towards where are they? Levant now onto the long straight. So here comes some position changes. Oh, James was on the grass there. That's going to have slowed him down. Nick and Ross are checking out as they come towards us here. But look just behind them. Oh, 3 of them here behind Grocomp, Minnaar and Grassa. They're all chopping and changing.
Not a lot of space to go in. Some of the drivers looking like they're a little boxed and unable to get an overtake. Ooh, there's a bit of door banging there between Grassa and I think it's Minnaar.
Oh, wow. Marco Grassa manages to hang on to it, comes back in right amongst everyone. They come through the chicane. And they kind of all make it through the chicane, amazingly.
I'm absolutely astonished. I was convinced Grassa was going to run across the track. But he rejoins pretty nicely there.
Dirk Brunt in the rusty bucket, and he is sideways as he goes around the outside of Wimpy de Beer, but they're side by side. I can't tell you who's ahead right now.
I think it's neck and neck. Dirk is on the outside though, so he's not necessarily going to have the faster line through these sweeping corners.
Philip Minnaar right up ahead, looking at the back of Brett Grocomp as well, but I'm staying here with Dirk Brunt. He's hanging on now. He's got the inside for the next and makes it stick solid. Rian Wobbeholzer now looking to make a change. Oh, there's a huge catastrophe in the background.
In the back, René Leach got turned around. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Marco Grassa's got hammered. He's dropping back like a stone. There was a whole lot of drama back there. Bad luck. But we've got Minnaar and Grocomp swapping positions for 3rd and 4th. They're side by side. And Minnaar has the inside line for the next corner through Woodcote. So Grocomp's going to have to lift here. Or does he?
Oh, he takes a very, very wide line. They go side by side.
Oh, the chicane's not going to work side by side. Wow, Grocomp goes ahead.
Grocomp managing to hold on to a very fast line there. He was sweeping it out very far to the left before he turned in. Nick
On
doing
board.
a 132.4 there in race trim, which is that's blisteringly fast.
I'll tell you what, Philip Minnaar, I'm sure he's bump drafting with Brett Grocomp. As they went over the line, I went into in-car and he bumped him.
He's trying to get closer to that top 3. I'm sure of it.
Oh, they flat out here. Oh, there's another bump coming. There's a little tap.
Brett almost running onto the grass there. Now, I think Philip is trying to play the strategic game here because the more he's battling...
Ahead. It's Bartle. Ooh. Is it Bartle?
That's Bartle.
It is Bartle.
Bartle ran wide.
We saw it in the windscreen up ahead. So Bartle ran very wide through before Levant, and he's dropped back down to 5th. So he's in a pile of trouble. Sorry to interrupt you there, Sus.
So all I was saying is I think Philip is trying to play the strategic game here. Brett is very, he's shown that he is very fast in this little mini.
Yeah.
Oh, they're running so tightly there.
Philip did a good
Okay,
change
this time Brett does not keep hold of it.
Philip had 2 bump drafts down the Levant straight. You actually saw it happen. So as long as the bump happens in a straight line, the car seemed to deal with the contact well. So no harm, no foul. But it was a good overtaking move, and Philip bumps into second place. Bottle comes over the line down in 5th. Dirk Brunt is pursuing Ross, and he's in 6th. And there's a long line all the way back from there back.
Now these cars are running nice and closely together tonight. So currently in the danger zone, Rob Walker, Brent Lindsay Ray, and Francois Erasmus. They're going to have to pick up the pace a bit to try and get closer there, close the gap.
Carl Stieg on YouTube. The longer the race is, the lighter Dirk's car. His genius is frightening. I love it. Oh dear. All right, here's Peter Geldenhuys and Gerard Niemand. Nose to tail, the Sim Race Africa crew. Yellow and pink. Can't miss them. Just up ahead of them, we have Warren Oates in his red Mini with the white GT stripes. And he's chasing the boss man, Jason Holden Jones.
He's chasing down the boss man. And boss man doing very well for himself there. I think he managed a top 10 finish in the first race. So he's doing well in this race as well, as if he can hold on to it.
Bossman running a little bit wide there.
As I'm saying that, he's running a bit wide. I'll just stay quiet now.
Hang on. That was commentator's curse, and you said it.
I know. That's why I'm keeping quiet now.
Right, cockpit view. We're on board here with Niemand, and he is all over the back of Warren Oates. Does a send to the right, and here we go. He's going up the inside. He's getting all crossed up.
That was a bit of a moment there, but he keeps it going.
He caught it well. It goes to show how well you can actually catch the car before it actually just sends you.
Well done on Warren for giving him enough space there. I'm sure if Warren was just a bit closer. Ooh, yo. Keeping that together cleanly.
Okay, Warren lifts first. Lets Niemand go through that corner first. Warren being clever. Does he drop a gear? He doesn't. He stays in 4th. I'll see some of the other drivers drop a gear as they go through there. Now he drops one. Renier Leach, strangely enough, down in 16th place, and he is he's having a good dice with Simon up ahead, and Corne Briet just behind him.
Ooh. I'm sure this is going to bring some nice battling as well.
Yes. Oh, James Leach up in 4th. Oh, my word. Just caught this, and the overtake happened. James goes into 3rd. He passes Ross. Sorry, Brett.
That's Brett. So Philip also passing Brett then.
Yes. Philip Minnar up into 2nd. There must have been a big issue going on, but we'll stay with James Leach because Brett Krokamp and Ross Bartle are both looking for attention here.
Philip does look like he's closing the gap on Nick. I think when I last checked, Brett was about 4 seconds behind Nick. But I'll keep an eye out. I want to see how their
Brett's
lap
up the
times
inside.
differ.
Yep. Brett's doing a send. He's up the inside.
Oh! Almost touching the rear quarter there, but keeps it clean.
It's this one. It's St. Mary's. It's the left flick that catches everyone out, and they've behaved very well through there. Now into Levant, and the Levant back straight. That position is done, but here comes Ross.
Something I'm a little curious about here is did people go and try and mimic somewhat of a closer oval setup where the camber isn't maybe tilting all the tires inwards, because most of most of this course is left turns only.
Yeah. I don't know if they'd make an asymmetric setup, but I mean, the car is so small and light and agile, so you can literally send it. So
yeah.
I see Philip James Leach. Oh, he runs too deep there. He's gone on the grass. So this is going to let both Grumpy Monkey cars come past, and they do.
Okay,
So-
Philip doing a lap a second slower than Nick there, so he must have had a moment. That 3.5 second gap is now a 4.5 second gap.
Bartle and Crowcump going past James Leach there. Jason Holden Jones all on his own in 9th place. I was actually supposed to. It's Dirk Brunt. Here we go. So Dirk Brunt and Rian Oberholzer. And Dirk is now coming
Taking it on the outside there.
into St. Mary's. Oh, Dirk, that's too far.
Can he keep it out of that barrier?
Yeah, good man,
Yes,
buddy.
Yes,
Good
he can.
catch. Oh, a little bit of a ramp up in the air, 4x4 mini style. Get back on the tar. Come on. And he does.
Get in there.
He's on for 10th, and in the background, Sim Race Africa crew's also off.
Ooh,
That's
is
not.
Pieter Geldenhuys.
Is it Peter?
It's Pieter Geldenhuys.
It is Peter Geldenhuys. He's run wide. So I told you, it's the left-hander. It's the St. Mary's catching them out. Bottle and Crowcump swap for 4th and 3rd. Oh, Mr. Geldenhuys is just going backwards. He's down in 19th already. Cornet's gone past him. We go on board with him now, or on him at least, and he's only just getting up to speed now. So, what is he swerving around? It looks like he's hammered. Settle down here, Mr. Geldenhuys. Drive the car. Right, off he goes. But he's in 20th position.
Yeah, so 8 minutes and 45 seconds left. I'm sure he's going to be putting his foot down as
Bingham.
flat as possible.
Sean Bingham and Bjorn Buchner, they go over the line side by side. Sean Bingham, the 4th of the Grumpy Monkey cars, and he's having a huge dice with the Team Gunston car of Bjorn Buchner. Bjorn on the inside, but Sean having much higher pace around the outside, and in fact goes past.
Rainier Leach is also closing in on this, saying, "I want some of that." Does he have a post stamp that he can just lick it?
He's
He
coming.
does.
He's coming.
He
He's
does.
right there. Bjorn also thinking twice about that. He takes a different line. He has the St. Mary's catch. So they got to lift and drop a gear, and everybody comes around there properly. Here comes Mr. Simon. Christy Simon is now arriving on the scene, and he is all over the back of Bjorn Buchner. And behind Christy Simon is Warren Oates and Marco Grasser. So everyone's kind of closing in on the back of Bjorn Buchner. We go back ahead to Rainier, and Rainier is again side by side with Sean Bingham. Oh, Rian Wibberholzer dropping down, and Wimpy De Beer.
He spun just before the chicane, trying to
and
turn around
Wimpy.
his car. Oh no, that's Wimpy. Oh yeah, sorry, that's Wimpy De Beer.
Here comes Wimpy. He's got himself through the chicane. There he goes. He's getting out the way of the oncoming traffic, because here they come at speed, and it's Rainier, it's Teamy. They must have had it coming together, and Wimpy De Beer and Rainier lead. Rian Wibberholz at least.
Wimpy almost at the very edge of the track there. It's making me nervous.
Warren Oates showing some huge interest on the back of Marco Grasser now. He's closed in. Warren Oates, he's sending it.
Takes the inside line.
That's a lick and send. Here we go. He's going through Ford Water, and he's got the inside line. Warren Oates takes the position. Now through St. Mary's, and he just hammers the door closed on Bjorn. So what's going on up ahead? All static. The gaps look all good. Going to Wimpy De Beer in 11th. He's close. Wimpy, Rainier Leach. This is and Sean Bingham. Can't see any other close dices at the moment. Nick Hodson with just under 6 minutes to go. Currently on 9 laps, and he's up the road by 5 seconds from Philip Minot, with Ross Bartle in 3rd place, 1.8 seconds back. Greg Crocump in 4th and James Leach top 5. Oh dear,
Wimpy running very wide, almost going into the pits there.
Again, that's the second time he's done. Oh, no, sorry, he had that contact with Rian earlier. So Wimpy having a bit of a drama in this race. So what are we saying? 20, 21 and 22 now will be relegated.
Yes, if there's
Subject
no other
to
post-race
penalties.
penalties
Okay.
that are applied to the people in front that end up moving them down the board, that is the group of people that will be relegated.
Alrighty. So Francois Erasmus coming over the line for Flying Gypsies. And he's currently last. Brent Lindsay Ray for Odin Racing. And Peter Caldenas at the moment, who is trying to close up on the back of Robert Walker. Peter Caldenas sending it, let me tell you. So he knows about this and wants to get out of this relegation zone.
Yeah.
So 4.5 minutes left.
And I'm sure he's going to try and fight his way to Rob Walker as quickly as possible.
Yep.
It's a rather large gap to still close up. But you'll want to have that extra bit of a buffer if you can.
This currently the closest dice on the track. They're half a second apart, and he is closing up
front,
on Rob
Rian
Walker.
Weber also switching places with Niemand.
All of a sudden, who was that? Waldo Swiggers and Marco Grasso as well. Oh, these three.
Almost going side by side.
Oh dear, Waldo Swiggers. That's not how you go through the chicane. He loses 3 positions there, and Rian Ubals and Niemand swapping positions.
They're side by side. Coming into Fort Water, and then it's going to be the left St. Mary's followed.
Oh, listen to them. Here we go. Oh, jeez, how did Rian Ubals miss Gerard Niemand there? My word. That was scary stuff. I'm going to go and show that on the replay because that was the closest I've seen.
Oh.
Yeah, you see him just cut across the front, and Rian Oberholzer puts 2 wheels on the grass, I think. He does. He hits the curb and just misses the back of that Mini. Wow, that was close. Right, so here we go. Nicholas Hodgson over the line and up the road with 2 minutes 48 seconds to go. He's on 11 laps. Philip Minnow in 2nd and Ross Bartley in 3rd. Oh dear, Peter Caldenas has had a huge moment and he's gone right to the back now.
He's having a tough race there, and
Yes.
Rian Weber also getting past Renier Leach, only to run wide out of the chicane.
Yep, they're side by side. We're watching this now, and Renier takes the position back.
Big coming together in the background there.
Yeah, Bjorn Buchner's had it. He's also got hammered, and he is just stuck somewhere. Let's go and see where Bjorn is. Here he's got going now, and he's dropping like a fly down to 18th. So Rob Walker is all over the back of him now. Oh dear, and Rob Walker goes side by side right into the driver's door of, they're both off the side of the track. I think, I don't know what really happened there, but Bjorn Buchner's got going, as has Rob Walker, but that was huge contact.
We'll probably be seeing that as a post-race penalty,
Yeah,
but
I'm
we'll
sure.
have to wait and see.
Let's go to Rian Oberholzer on 10th. Oh, him and Renier Leach, they are stuck together with duct tape. He now sends it up the inside into Levant, and now onto the long Levant back straight, and they're side by side. Here comes another race. 1 minute 19 to go.
Renier doing well to leave him just enough space on the inside there.
My word. Renier going round the front of Rian Oberholzer. Right, nicely through the chicane, gents. That's, oh no, that's a little bit deep onto the grass, but he hangs onto it. But they're still side by side over the start-finish line. Rian Oberholzer gets a good
have
drive.
the inside line now.
No, it's done. Rian's going to
Is
go
it
right
done?
round the outside. Look at it.
Oh, that mini. Ooh, dipping the wheel
he's
onto
gone.
the grass.
Oh dear, that is commentator's curse. That you can put. You can pick that one on me. I caused all of that. He hangs on to the position and he's going.
Ooh, 14th position. Waldo Swighers is all over the back of Warren Oates there.
Here we go. Waldo up the inside. Good catch. Waldo makes the pass. And in the background, Brent Lindsay going past Bjorn Buchner. Right, so Waldo. Oh dear, Bartle and Minnar position change. Ooh, look at this for second and third.
And the leader is on the final lap, although I think Nick is going to finish his race now as he crosses the finish line. Yes, he does. So that's a well-deserved second win for Nick in
Ross
this
Bartle,
first round of races.
second. Philip Minnar, third. Brett Crowcombe, fourth. Oh, my timing screen just jumped all over the place. What is going on? Where's James? Here comes James Leach for fifth.
Coming up for fifth there, and our fearless leader getting
Jason
an even
Holden
better
Jones,
finish.
a sixth.
Sixth, he got an eighth finish in the first race and a sixth in the second one.
Mega,
well done to him.
Mega. I'll carry on watching, then come over here. You go and wait and prepare to catch our interviewee.
I'll do that so long.
Dirk Brandt right behind Renier Leach, 8th and 9th respectively. Sean Bingham. Rian Oberholzer in for 10th. Now people are disconnecting, so the times are going to be all different, but that was some awesome racing. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. Yeah, we do get very animated with the sound effects, but I mean, that's the closest racing we've seen for a long time. The one make formula is a great idea.
Definitely.
And here comes Peter Caldenas, last man standing. Comes round Woodcote and towards the chicane. I'm sure he's had fun, even if he did have a whole lot of dramas. But
Definitely.
He comes down the start-finish line, and that's that. So there we go. I'm going to put us onto our countdown screen, and we're going to try and get somebody in for an interview.
We don't have to try. Here he is, Mr. Nick Hodgson.
Good evening, good evening, guys. How's it going with you?
Hey, Nick.
I'm kind of out of breath right now. How was that race? Both of them.
Yo, it was intense. I tell you what, these little minis are tough work, eh? They're tough work, but good fun. Yes, they're good fun.
Yeah. One make formula, you kind of made it look a little bit easy though, Nick.
I got lucky, hey? So
Yeah.
race one, I was on the inside because I'd managed to grab pole somehow, and Brett just didn't see me when he came across. His helicourser didn't pick me up, so he sort of put himself sideways, and that gave me a gap.
Okay.
And I was just able to maintain that. In the second race, Ross made a mistake, and that again gave me a gap, and I was just able to maintain it. So yeah, pretty epic result for the team as well. 1, 2, 3 in the first race. Really stoked with that. Ross,
Yeah.
I heard he made an insane pass around the outside of Philip for P2. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to go and watch that. And
I think I just caught the end of it. I didn't actually see it happen because we were watching somewhere further down, man. So
Yeah.
it literally happened just before the chicane.
we'll grab it from our replay or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
share-
yeah,
share
yeah.
it with everyone. No, but epic work by the team. Genuinely, we've all put in a huge amount of effort, and it's really paid off tonight. And a special shout out to Brett Kirkamp. Of course, he topped the HLQ standings,
Yep.
and he's worked some serious setup magic for us, and as a team. I mean, the Oak gave us options of setups. It wasn't a case of here's the best setup. It was like, here's a few different setups. To pick the one you like. So
That's awesome.
incredible work all around.
So you heard it here first. Point Blank has all of the setups to share. Eh?
So listen, Nick.
price.
In all honesty, I know. Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna assume here that you haven't really driven your real mini round a track in Angus. So, but is
have
there
not.
comparisons here? Does it feel similar, at least somewhere?
I'll tell you what really feels similar is the gearing.
Yes.
So in your real mini, first gear does basically nothing.
Yeah.
Second gear will maybe get you to close to 60. Third gear, you're kind of up and running, and then you do everything in fourth gear. It's exactly what my real mini was like.
Sounds
I
good.
drove it to work today. Maybe
Yeah.
that gave me an edge.
That might be it. I want to quickly ask about the tires because
Yes.
we don't know what to expect. How was the tires over the course of the race?
So that's the interesting thing with these minis.
I drove it to
You
work
get
today.
about
Maybe that gave me an edge.
3 to
Ah,
4
that might-
flying laps on them for ultimate performance, but then you can actually drive around them sliding a bit. So it just doesn't give you that initial bite. So certainly here at Goodwood, I found a way of kind of driving around that a little bit, and you could still do reasonably quick times. But for ultimate pace, you get 3 to 4 laps, and then temperatures are fine, pressures are fine.
Okay, so now everybody in Div 2 and Div 3 can go and prep, and we're looking forward to that. Well done on tonight's finish there, Nick.
Thanks, us. I think my first double victory ever. So yeah, pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, it was awesome, Nick. Well done. Congrats to Point Blank, Team Grumpy Monkey. You guys shone tonight, definitely. And onwards and upwards to the next one. Wednesday, as we discussed, will be Div 2. We're not sure yet if we've got commentary on that, but the series itself looks great, Nick. A good idea to go with the single make formula to try and even things out.
Yeah, definitely. And I tell you what was the biggest surprise for me with this series was I was not expecting was the draft.
Yes.
The draft is hectic in these cars. If you get within half a second of the oak in front of you, you get a proper draft, and it's worth 2 to 3 tenths. And in these cars, that is massive. That is huge.
We even saw Philip bump drafting a bit.
Yeah.
Brett was saying that Philip and I think James Leach as well was bump drafting. I'm not sure what the point of that was because it just pushes the oak in front of you ahead. It doesn't actually then give you as the guy behind more of a tow because we were experimenting with this on our server, but then also the resulting damage to both of you is actually quite heavy.
No, but is there damage?
There is damage, but what I mean by damage being heavy is on the straights. You lose probably about 2 tenths over the whole lap. As soon as you had someone bump draft you.
Interesting.
It's quite weird. You'd have thought these cars aren't that aerodynamic, but I'll tell you what, a little bit of bump draft, and it helps you in that moment. But then that's it.
Cool. Nick, thanks for coming in and having a chat, my man.
Thanks, chaps. Really appreciate it, and I hope everybody enjoyed it tonight, even though we were a little bit late. But it was fantastic racing, and I really look forward to the next one.
Cool.
Definitely.
Thanks, Nick. Right, Sus, there we go. We're done and dusted for this evening. That's Monday night done. Thanks to everybody, and especially to you as well for doing the quick fix and repairs. I have absolute faith in you and Ryan and getting everything fixed, and you did. And so all's well and ends well, I guess.
We did our best. We now learned our lesson. We should be on schedule on Wednesday, so really looking forward to seeing how those races pan out. And thanks everybody for swinging by. It was great having the crowd there. Chat was just blowing up.
Yeah.
It's great seeing this type of support.
It was. Thanks very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the minis. If anybody was here from the mini clubs, good stuff. Glad to have you here. And if you're interested, you need a good gaming PC and possibly a steering wheel and a pedal set, and come and join. Come onto get onto the website simracesa.co.za and join us, and we'll chat to you soon. But that's it from us. So I think nothing more to say except goodbye, and have a good week, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers.